How Biology Affects Reality by Ellie Ruggiero and Lily Sweeting. Although it might seem scary to some, how we perceive the world is different from the reality in which the world exists. Vision is the most significant sense used by humans when creating a projection of reality, but just how much can we see and how does our brain interpret it? Just do a quick Google search on a mantis shrimp. Their incredible vision allows them to see ultraviolet light, enabling them to see the world through an entire new lens unavailable to the human eye.
Naive realism is the belief that the way in which an individual perceives the world is exactly equivalent to how it exists. Naive realists believe that there is nothing more to the world than what we can see, hear, touch, smell, or taste, and that there is no alternate reality to the one in which we currently exist. Here's why you should not be a naive realist. First, you can't perceive what you can't sense. Do things that you can't sense not actually exist? Dogs can hear much higher pitches than humans, but does that mean that those pitches don't exist? Also, how often do you miss something right in front of your eyes? When you look out into the ocean, how much do you miss? There are a million different things going on, and you can't possibly see all of it. So your brain creates an image that makes sense to that individual. You might miss a bird swooping down in the water, but does that mean that bird doesn't exist? Finally, our perception is seldom an exact representation of what is really out there. Every human has their own sense of reality, and biology can be an altering factor. Color blindness is a deficiency in the way some humans see color. People who are colorblind have difficulty distinguishing certain colors such as blue and yellow or red and green. According to the Prevent Blindness America, an estimated 8% of males and less than 1% of females have color vision problems. Color blindness occurs when light-sensitive cells in the retina can't respond appropriately to variations in wavelengths of light that allow people to see a wide variety of colors. There are different levels of color blindness. In the documentary Island of the Colorblind, Oliver Sacks explores what it is like to live as a person who is totally colorblind, meaning they can't see color at all, instead seeing only various shades of gray. This is a very extreme version of color blindness that allows individuals to see more clearly in the dark, but also are almost blinded completely by bright lights. Color blindness can affect the daily lives of those who have it in many different ways. Most red-green colorblind people can't tell the difference between a rare or well-done cooked piece of meat. It is also difficult to tell the difference between green and ripe tomatoes. Many people with this condition often eat unripe bananas because a green banana looks exactly like a yellow one to them. While these mistakes may seem minor, those who have full color vision often take for granted their ability to decipher certain colors from one to another.
Charles Bonnet syndrome, or CBS, is a condition that affects individuals who have lost some or all of their vision but were at one point able to see clearly. CBS causes people who no longer have their vision to see things that are not really there, also called a hallucination. It is believed that when you are seeing things around you, the brain stops imagining and instead takes in the information being received from the eyes. However, when you lose the ability to receive said information, the brain compensates for this loss by creating its own pictures. These pictures can range from small dots or shapes of colors to extremely detailed images of people or places that are very realistic. The brain is able to create these hallucinations from past memories of color, people, shapes, and just about everything else in the world. This is why CBS does not affect those who are born blind, as the brain has no memories of vision to create hallucinations with. In conclusion, both color blindness and CBS are examples of the ways in which our biology can affect an individual's perception of reality. Someone affected by color blindness experiences a narrower spectrum of colors than those unaffected. Those who have CBS experience hallucinations that seem real to them but are non-existent to others. These biological conditions have changed the way in which those affected perceive the world, altering their realities.